Imagine if we could conquer Mars one day. In this video, we're going to do just that. Well, kind of. We'll land on Mars, build a base, search for resources, fight mysterious enemies, and uncover the mysteries of the Red Planet. It's going to be a wild venture, so buckle up. So my journey did start on Earth, and guess what? I successfully landed on Mars. I just threw up a couple times, but that's okay. Day one on Mars, well, let's say was different. I stepped out of my rocket and found myself in a barren land. No oxygen, no air. The gravity was super low, which was pretty cool. I felt like I could float away back to Earth. Do you guys actually know that Mars is called the Red Planet because of the reddish appearance caused by iron oxide or the rust on its surface? Pretty cool, right? Day two was about getting organized. I took out all my supplies and did some serious inventory management. Gotta keep things in order when you're a new planet, right? On day three, I got in contact with Mission Control. Control, this is Mars. Can you repeat?
Yes, what is the situation there?
It seems like I've landed in a pretty safe area.
That's nice to hear. What is the supply situation?
Well, I'm good on food for now, but I don't have enough fuel to return. I'm starting to kind of freak out. Who's in charge of fuel? Can we please get this guy fired? Like, bro, who seriously forgets to... I get it, you fueled the rocket to get me here, but like, how am I supposed to get... Oh man, I'm so screwed. I started that day sorting my supplies and took my only weapon, a silenced pistol. I took out my rover and went on a journey. It took me a really long time, and along the way, I came across huge caves. At the end, I found a huge frozen biome. Since it was late, I needed to make a temporary base. After finishing the base and having some food, I heard a noise. I took my gun out and went to investigate. I found a herd of strange-looking animals. In panic, I shot my weapons, like right away. Since they were docile, nobody attacked me. I went back to my base and waited out the night. And so what, guys? I'm on another planet and panic fired my weapon. Like, you would have done the same thing. That next morning when I woke up, I saw some strange-looking creatures. And they were armed. Naturally, I shot one of them. There's no way I was gonna risk that. I took his iron sword and ran as fast as I could. And that's when I encountered another strange-looking building, which looked like some type of temple. Since it was getting dark, I did not want to risk it. Also, I was running out of oxygen. I had to return to base camp. Mission Control? I'm not alone.
What do you mean?
Well, there's multiple creatures on this planet.
Be careful.
Well, I ran out of ammo, but I have an iron sword. I think I'll survive?
Suggestion. Set up your base camp as soon as you can.
Acknowledged. I'll get started with it right away here. I swear, Control just keeps telling me what to do, but they did not set me up for success. I started off with mining some stone nearby and leveling out the land. Then I made a simple square with the supply boxes I came with. After more building, I made another small compartment and filled the rest with blocks from my chest. Since I was almost done with the base, I went back to my rocket pod and took some time off to chill and just relax on Mars. I'm on vacation. Come on. I contacted the base for suggestions. I needed help. Control, you out there? If you are, the foundation of my base is ready, but I still need to enforce it.
Your first priority should be getting power into the base.
Copy that. I'll start setting up power for the base. I installed some solar panels for the base, set up the wires to power up lights, an oxygen generator, and even more lights. I'm seriously running out of oxygen and I need to stabilize the gravity. Mission Control, the electronics are done, but I still don't have enough power for everything.
You need a huge amount of power. You need to set up more solar panels.
That's pretty smart. Okay, copy that. On day 25, I noticed my stomach start to grumble a little bit. I was running out of food. I needed to find a new food source. My best chances were probably in that snow biome, so I headed out. While I was out searching for food, I came across yet another tomb, very similar to the previous one. And well, your boy Swidge is curious. I found a staircase and I followed it. Yeah, I'm that guy in a scary movie that follows and goes into rooms where you shouldn't be going. And suddenly everything went dark. I woke up in a glass cage. where a genius-looking alien was standing. Where am I? And who are you?
Welcome, Earthling. We are the Lunarian race. We rule over the underground of the red planet, which you call Mars. Recently, we are being threatened by a new monster. We believe you have the potential to beat it. If you can defeat me today, we will help you with our knowledge and treasure. But to prove your worth, you must beat me first.
Suddenly, the alien attacked me. I beat him easily, and there was a chest full of gear for me. I took it, and I teleported back to the tomb. When I reached the surface level, there was a chest filled with high-quality armor. It seemed to be a spacesuit. I took everything, I equipped the suit, which gave me more armor and a health boost. It felt pretty good, and I didn't look too bad. I had a golden apple, and it gave me another health boost. Once I went outside, it was already morning, so I headed back to the base. On day 33, I started to look for a water source. In order to get oxygen, I needed water. And well, seriously, I was running out of it. I took my rover and I searched around. There were huge cages throughout all of Mars, but the only thing I was able to find was an icy biome, but no signs of water. Since there was no water source, I needed to find a way to use that ice to make water. I returned home and I spent the rest of the day figuring out what to do next. On day 36 to 40, I had to upgrade the base a little bit. The first priority was building and adding one more room to put my rover in. Some would say it's my garage for my whip. I also leveled out right outside my door, I guess you could call it a lawn in Mars, and did some electrical upgrades. I added an oxygen distributor and a gravity normalizer. Then I made a fabrication table. And of course, I had to make it like home, and so I made some small decorations. On this day, the main goal was to explore the underground and locate as many resources as possible. I started by killing an insect outside of my base. Never seen that thing before, it was pretty cool. I displayed my diamond armor on the armor stand, and I put all my golden apples in a chest. But I did take some for my journey. I took my reserve pickaxe and I went on a short journey. Then I found a huge cave area just under an icy biome. Inside, I started to search for valuable ores. I found an iron ore, and actually after a while, I found a diamond. It seems like Mars ores don't spawn in veins. Very interesting. I roamed around a little more, found some more iron ingots, and discovered a new kind of ore called ice shards. So I started to mine it and keep it. I kept going deeper and deeper, and I found more valuable ores, including another one called the Ostrom. I wasn't keeping track of my oxygen, so I had to return back to the base. After coming back, I took some more oxygen, replaced my old oxygen tank, and did some sorting. I already had an electric furnace in my base, but I needed to connect it to the solar panels. So the next morning, I connected the furnace to the solar panels, and it got instant power, just like that. I tested out the ice shards, but couldn't make anything from them. I didn't know what to do with them. I smelted the iron ores and the Ostrom. I made iron blocks to save space, and I did the same with the diamonds. After that, I took my rover out for another journey. Yet again, I came across another icy biome. But it was dark, so I decided to explore the biome at night. I found another mob, stronger than the insects. I killed a bunch of them and found a weird type of stuff in my inventory. It looked like cheese. It actually was cheese. I tried eating it, and it actually restored my hunger. That was a big hoorah moment because now I have some more food. I killed some more of the weird insects that dropped the food because I was going to be hungry soon. It was weird on Mars. Whenever I killed the mobs, the cheese would actually go right into my inventory. I don't know the physics on Mars. Don't ask me questions. On day 53, I repaired my shield, took my diamond armor and some golden apples, and I went out on my rover again. After a while, guys, guess what I came up across? Another tomb. And of course, I went through the entry. When I entered this one, I was in another world. I don't know where it went. There was a huge platform. I went to investigate it, and then I encountered this demon.
Traveler, why are you here? How are you here?
I just went inside the tomb and I got teleported here.
So you are the chosen one.
The chosen one. What does that even mean?
They didn't tell you. Well, it won't be necessary to explain if you don't survive.
The demon started to attack me. I fought back. After a long fight, I finally beat him. There was a chest in the middle of the platform, and inside, I didn't even know what it was, but I took it back with me on my rover back to my base. I have more questions than answers. I need to figure out what's going on. Since I don't have enough fuel to return to Earth, I need to survive and at least gather some information. The next few days, I roamed around and started to stock up on food. If that monster was serious, I'm probably gonna have a bunch more problems. I killed more mobs and I stocked up on the cheese and combat experience. At the time, I was running out of fuel, so I started searching for it. But of course, I had no luck. Days went by. After roaming for a while, here are a few things I found out about the planet. 1. Mars is mostly filled with barren lands. No trees, no oxygen. Point 2. There are only 2 biomes on Mars. 3. Although there is no oxygen, there is life on Mars, so I don't know what they're breathing. 4. There are multiple races on Mars, and some of them are intelligent too. Not as intelligent as me, but a little smart. Number 5. There are huge amounts of precious ores on Mars. Lastly, there is definitely something wrong with this planet. As you guys can tell, something seems off, and I don't know, am I connected to it? On day 61, I came across another temple. This time, it was a huge place filled with enormous trees. Of course, there was another species there ready to fight me, but this one seemed really strong. It didn't talk, it just started shooting firebombs at me. It was really strong. I barely managed to beat it. But this time, instead of teleporting back to Mars, I was transported to another tree entrance. I don't know where I went, but there was fire everywhere. Bats were on fire, the trees were burning, the place looked similar to the last one. And for some reason, all of my gear's health was the same as it was when I first arrived. This monster used a weapon that shot arrows really fast. barely managed to beat this one too. Mars was whooping my booty. After beating that guy, I went through a burning tree. This time, I teleported back to Mars. I spent the next few days gathering more resources, mining more ores, gathering food, and killing more enemies. I was certain something was going on here, or some trouble was coming my way based on all the fights I've already been into. From time to time, the ground started to shake. It felt like an earthquake. I kept going through the planet, minding my business, facing my enemies. I started to beat them one by one. In return, I earned more experience and food. But the main issue wasn't fixed yet. I still needed oxygen and fuel. I returned back, smelted, and packed all my ores. On day 77, I started to map out Mars as much as I could and began searching for the next temple. Finally, I found it, another one. I marked the spot so I could get my bearings of all the places I've been, and I did plan to come back soon. On day 82, I decided it was time to enter that temple. Although it looked the same from the outside, the inside was totally different. It felt like I was in an underground world. Inside, there was a huge golem. When it took a breath, all of Mars trembled. That's probably what I was feeling. Suddenly, it got angry. I didn't fart, I swear. But it got angry, and it started to attack me. It was really strong. Really, really strong. When I almost beat it, he started to drink lava and regained more health. This guy was crazy, but I finally managed to beat him. Suddenly, everything went dark. I was instantly teleported to the middle of nowhere on Mars. What just happened? I don't know. Luckily, I've been here for a while, so I navigated myself back to my base, and I found a chest right in front of it. The chest contained a new kind of device and an upgraded spacesuit. Of course, I took it. There was a little note which said,
"Thank you. This is a little gratitude from us. Use it on ice. You will get what you need the most."
I don't know who sent me this, but thank you. The next day, I took the device and I went to the frozen biome. Wasn't really sure what to do with this thing, but I planted the device, added some power to it, but it seemed to require something else. So I returned back to the base, set up the device, and I tested it with the ice shards. Miraculously, it worked. I set up my device permanently and went on a mining spree for the next few days. Oh my gosh, I could go home. I gathered so much. There was no way I was not going to make it home. I needed enough fuel for my journey home. Once I thought I had enough, I started cleaning up my base and packed everything into my rocket. I was now ready for takeoff. On day 100, I suddenly woke up to a scary noise. I had no idea what it was. There were enemies everywhere. I quickly went back to my rocket, started it, and set course for Earth. Haha. Peace out, alien scary thingies. Seriously though, guys, I returned with so much more questions than answers. Mars was not what I expected. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me on Mars. It was definitely a crazy ride, and it's been a while since I've talked to you guys. So make sure if you are here, like the video and comment Mars bars. Then I'll know you watched till the end. See you guys in the next one. Peace.